G'day guys, Justin Picker back with another video. What are some common mistakes that I see with people investing in the property market in Australia? I think there's probably three main areas. We can kind of avoid these and make sure we've got these ticked off. The first one is structuring incorrectly. When you're purchasing a property, purchasing it with yourself, if it's yourself and your wife and everyone's on the same page working towards that common goal. When I'm saying structuring incorrectly is purchased, say, with your brother, his wife, there's 5 friends and they want to purchase a property and they haven't got it structured correctly. What we find is that people who invest, say, with family members other than, say, spouse, goals can go in completely different directions. I invested, say, with my sister, bought a property for $200,000, said, okay, we're gonna do $100,000 each and we're gonna invest together. As we go along in the journey, my sister says, I wanna sell. I'm like, I don't wanna sell. Someone moves overseas and like, hey, I'm gonna go pursue a career over here and you can have the property. Someone wants to do renovations and the other person doesn't. Someone wants to get their equity, but they can't because it's 50% with someone else. Someone stops working. That can have massive implications for you. You're really kind of dictated by what the other person's moves are. And if it's not in line with your goal, it can really break down your relationships, but also break down your investment strategy. I've seen that happen all too often. Before you invest, make sure you've got your structures correct. If you need to look at trusts and those type of things, chat to your accountant, make sure it's in line with what you need. The asset, so that's the second thing. Buying the wrong asset. If you buy property in a mining town, buy a brand new off the plan house for $600,000 in a small country town, mining closes up, goes to that property you bought brand new off the plan for 600, worth 350, you're down 250 and you're in negative equity. You're not going to be able to offload that thing unless you're going to take a massive loss. Flow on effect from that is that your tenants are going to dry up as well because no one's going to want to be in that local community. So you've got to drop your rent to get someone through the door. It's a massive hole in your pocket. The amount of people I've spoken to that have bought properties off the plan, that have paid way overs, or it comes in undervaluation, or they bought something that's an absolute lemon and they can't unload it from one decision. We've had these scenarios where they bought one property, really kind of crumbled the deck of cards, or they get scared from investing, down a couple $100,000 from one decision, or you got sold the glossy brochure and didn't go your way. It can really scare you out of the game, and really making sure you got the right asset, having a buyer's advocate that's in line with your goals and what you're trying to achieve, I think is really essential. There are fees for that, but you're going to safeguard yourself from a lot of pain. If you know the area well and doing your due diligence and that asset is a good investment, there's potential, it's in line with your goals, and you can make it work, awesome. Being sold something that's not in line with what you're wanting to achieve can really kind of crumble the deck of cards. And the third one also can be not structuring your loans correctly with your current lenders or lender you're going with. The other part too is that lending, in 99% of cases, most people need the bank's money. We really want to make sure that we're using that most efficiently to get the most wealth creation and benefit to yourself and not to the bank. Things like offset accounts, they always help. If you don't have one of those, look into it, something we can help you with if we need to. Depending on your scenario, you do pay a little bit of a premium to have an offset. If you've got a bit of money sitting aside, it can certainly add up and really give you some compound benefits back over time. Loyalty with banking. Unfortunately, there's no loyalty with banking. You're not checking on your rate, or you don't have a broker repricing your loan, can cost you a lot of money. That's obviously us as brokers. When obviously we manage your loan, you need to make sure that you're getting the best rates possible and also the best terms. You might like the Commonwealth Banking app, but if we can get a valuation of $100,000 higher potentially elsewhere, just use the example of NAB comes in $100,000 higher, but you don't want to change it because of the app, missing out on potentially using equity in 1 to 2 properties. That's opportunity cost. It's costing you there. You really need to look at those fundamentals of, do we have it structured correctly, and is my bank still serving my needs? As we go along in this investment property journey, if we have to use a second and third tier lender or someone outside the box, but they allow you to get more properties, it's really what the main aim of the game is here. It's all about how can we use the bank's money to propel you going forward. Bank loyalty, unfortunately, is not there. If there's an opportunity and you're not grasping it with someone else, you're missing out on that too. There's some really common ones there that halt people in their investment journey. If you come through us, make sure your structure's correct, you're looking at the right asset, we've got your loan structured correctly as well, and we'll have the management. If you think you're in a bit of a pickle with your assets or structures or anything like that, feel free to reach out to us and certainly review it, help where we can. We'll point you in touch with the professionals that can help you. Hope this video helps and look forward to working with you soon. Cheers.